Morning everybody, this is Ron with Honeybees. We're going to take it and do a removal today from Cluster Springs, Virginia. It's about 30 minutes, 45 minutes from the apiary at the house. I've been called out on a farm that they just been recently purchased that has found an old building on the property, and they found a bunch of bees in it. Now we're going to try to video this as we're removing these bees. By taking a gander of it, it looks like this is going to be probably one of the biggest colonies I've ever removed. So this is going to be fun. All right, getting things set up here. I'll start opening this up. This is the building that we've got to work with. And you can see we've got bees underneath the windowsill. Got propolis coming all the way up under there, but I have also seen them coming up the side. So we're gonna open up this whole wall, come from the top down. I'm expecting to be in that area. Coming down through here, I've seen the bees. So we're going to open up this section and then everything underneath the window. I'm going to get stuff set up. Alright, we got the hive open, primarily around underneath the bottom of the window. Got some that they've come over to the side, but that's pretty dry. I don't see much nectar or anything in the part to the right. We'll let the bees settle down a little bit, and then we'll start vacuuming, decreasing the numbers, and be looking for the queen as we move forward. And it's still a pretty good size hive. Didn't go up as far as I thought it would, although you can see they have propolized all the way up the side. They were sealing it, trying to protect everything that they had. And it's like I said, we're gonna let them settle down and then start decreasing the numbers and see if we can find our queen. Let's get started. All right, most of the bees have settled back down. We're gonna take it and start doing vacuum now to remove the numbers down. Overall, the bees are pretty gentle, calm, not too aggressive. Now that we're opening things up, they have settled back down on the comb. And like I said, we'll start vacuuming. We'll be looking for the queen, and if we can catch her, then things will progress a whole lot quicker. See a bunch of capped brood on this first column on the outside, but I don't see the queen walking around just yet. But we're gonna get started reducing these numbers down and see how things go. Done the first round of vacuuming, getting ready to move that first piece of comb out. So you got a good amount of brood there. You got the bee bread on the outside. We'll get the first piece off. You can see young larvae. All that white is larvae that the queens laid probably about 10 days, 2 weeks ago. Capped brood all through here and on the next piece as well. Alright, been vacuuming bees, removed a couple of rows of comb. You can see we got another frame, another row of comb that's got brood on it. Then we got some old stuff back going behind that board. So it's going to be interesting when we remove that to see what's back there and how far it goes. If it's an open cavity back there, we could have a bunch of bees even further on back. But it's we're going to take it and remove that brood comb, put it in a frame, and then see what's behind it. And we got a bunch of bees gathering over here on the vacuum, and we could have possibly vacuumed the queen up, and they can smell her coming through the vents. But needless to say, we're going to continue to look for the queen as we go. Haven't seen her yet, but she's been laying good. She's got a great pattern. All right, went ahead and removed the comb over here on the right hand side. Had a little bit of nectar in it. Nothing much. And now we're gonna take it and see if we can get that next piece of brood comb off, and then see what's behind that board. The way it's bowed out, I'm figuring there's bees back there. You can see you also have propolis coming back behind that one. So depending on what's underneath that windowsill on the inside, could be more bees. We'll see what we can find, and we'll go further from there. All right, took it and removed the sheetrock that was back behind there, and they had propolized the straw, and they were conjugating underneath the bottom. I pulled the straw loose that had the propolis on it, smoked all the bees I could. The bees are gathering around the vacuum, so it seems like the queen is in the vac. Most of the rest of these bees that are flying around are just opportunistic robber bees, trying to get anything they can to carry back. They got some nectar and all in that. They'll be around this stuff for a couple of days, but it's till they get it cleaned up, and then it'll be cleared off. Let's carry these home, get them in a box. Alright, here we are at one of the farms. We have some hive zone, and that's going to be the location of this new one that we removed. And we got a box set up. What we're going to do is we're going to dump the bees out of the everything bee vac onto the tarp. We're going to try to catch the queen, and as the bees walk in, I've got 4 frames of their brood in the box. I gave them 2 drawn frames that I had at the house, and then 2 blanks on the outside for them to work on during the fall. Not like they're gonna do a whole lot right now. I do have a feeder box on top of them where I will start feeding these some to encourage them to build new comb and attach theirs to the frames that are in the box. And we're going to take it and see if we can't get these girls in their new home, and then set them up on the stand once everybody walks in. All right, we dumped the bees out. They are flying everywhere right now, and they're looking for the queen. Opening there so they realize their comb. The bees will start fanning. They recognize the box and say, here's our new home, and all of them will draw right back down to it. A couple of them started flying in the door. Looking at the top of the box. Queen could be anywhere in here. All right, it's been about 5 minutes, and the bees are slowly making their way up the ramp towards the box opening. And when they start fanning, you'll see a whole group of them just almost start running. Still haven't been able to spot the queen. She could still be in the vacuum, or could be in one of these piles. But it's a we're looking forward to see what we can find. Got some going up into other boxes. They'll work their way in. Not the best way to do this, but I had to get them out of this vacuum before they got too hot. It's 90+ degrees today. All right, I came back to check on the bees, and there was a bunch still in the cooler. I dumped it out, and there's got to be a queen somewhere in here that would draw the bees back to the cooler versus the box. I'm gonna try to find her. There she is, right there. So now the queen's in the cage. You see her walking around. Find a good shot of her. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to take it and open up the box. Put her on the inside, we'll leave her in the cage, and let the bees be drawn back into the box.